Good evening. You may be seated. I'm Kevin Pulley, your MC for this evening's, and I must say indeed it is a pleasure to be here for this most festive and outstanding occasion as we welcome you to the 4th Demetrius Johnson Charitable Foundation graduation for the class of 2014. And let's hear it for the class of 2014. Over the last 3 years, the Demetrius Johnson Charitable Foundation is really proud of being able to have more than 100 students graduate and also an outstanding record of being able to place all of our students in jobs. So again, congratulations to the foundation on the outstanding work and again to the class of 2014. I know you're all excited about honoring our graduates as they look sensational up here on stage. And so without further ado, I'll bring up the president, founder of the Demetrius Johnson Charitable Foundation to talk about what has been accomplished by our graduates and to welcome you to this 2014 ceremony.
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank you very much for coming out and being a part of this. This is a very special evening. So it's not going to be about us and the speakers. You know, you hear at places and you hear all day, take a long time. We're not going to do that because it's not about us. It's about them. And all of our speakers do understand. But I just want each and every one of you to understand the difficulties and the difficult road that these graduates had to endure. I mean, it's very hard. I mean, to self-motivate yourself after years of not being in school, going back to do something to make your life a little better, you got to give each and every one of these graduates, I mean, just a round of applause for that. And selfishly, I just hate to see them move on, but I'm glad to see them move on. And I'll tell you why, because when they come into this center here, they become family. And we treat them with respect and dignity and high dignity. We give them an opportunity to just be proud of themselves. Because I tell you what, anybody in our lives, we face difficulties. We face things in our lives that we don't want to continue to go forward. We don't know if we have confidence to do it. For whatever reason, our wives, our girlfriends, our kids do things that make us slow down our progress. But I'm going to tell you something. For them to take their time and commitment to get a degree, it is so freaking important. I'm telling you, it's hard. I couldn't do it. I'm telling you. I'm not as disciplined as they were. I don't know if I have the intestinal fortitude to continue to fight through all my personal things that's going on in my life to go ahead and do what they did. So every time I saw each and every one of them, I would walk up, I speak to them, and they'll tell you, hey, how you doing today? I got my eye on you, I'm watching you. Because there was somebody in my life that gave me the same motivation and just a word of encouragement. So that's what we want to do today. It's about them, it ain't about me. It's all about them, and I am so proud of them. I mean, every time I see one of them walk on this stage, they've changed their lives. Because we have some generation of folks who don't change their lives. We have families that have not graduated, the kids don't graduate, the grandkids don't graduate, but you know what? They made their mind up, I'm going to graduate. I'm going to be an example for my family. And I am truly thankful, and I'm truly honored and blessed that each and every one of you wanted to do that. So thank you very much, and I am so happy. I'm telling you, I just don't have a clue. No, I don't know if you do, big fella. I look forward to this. I think I enjoy this more than they enjoy it because I'm so happy for them. I understand the difficulties that they have to endure. But with an education, those difficult times become a little less difficult. And I just want to thank you because y'all have set an example not only for yourselves and the gentleman and the lady up here, but for the entire audience. And thank you for being an example.
Thank you, DJ, and certainly well said. We continue on now as we'll get an overview of our program here from Miss Etta Key. She has the opportunity, the great pleasure to work with our students on a daily basis. So let's hear it from Miss Etta Key.
I want to thank you all for coming out tonight, first of all, to support our graduates. I'm going to read this program overview that I prepared, and it states the GED program is designed to help eligible persons 17 years of age and older and out of school obtain the skills needed to function in society and to become more employable, productive citizens while improving their education to get at least the completion of their GED. When the Demetrius Johnson Charitable Foundation was awarded this location of 724 North Union, one of Demetrius Johnson's first priorities was to start a GED program to assist individuals with returning back to the classroom for the purpose of acquiring an education. As a result, Mr. Johnson partnered with St. Louis Public Schools Adult Education and Literacy Program to start a GED program which opened its doors to students August 30th, 2010. Since that day, the program has helped 102 individuals obtain their GED. Of those 102 individuals, over half have gone on to further their educations at various trade schools, junior colleges, and universities. The Demetrius Johnson Charitable Foundation has also helped many of our students obtain employment while still attending GED classes, as well as our students who chose to work upon acquiring their GED. The GED program is designed to provide quality educational services to adults as they pursue a better life for themselves, their families, and their community. So with that being said, our mission here at the Demetrius Johnson Charitable Foundation is to go above and beyond what is required of us to see that every individual who aspires to obtain a GED is awarded that opportunity in an environment that is caring, comfortable, safe, and most importantly, conducive to learning the skills necessary to successfully pass the GED test. We look forward to helping and serving many more for many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Key. Now we'll have some special remarks from a gentleman who's had an outstanding athletic career in the St. Louis community. He began his high school football career playing at Rockwood Summit High School, then went on to Lutheran North, where he performed and was nationally recruited to play football from colleges, various colleges all over the United States. Went on to have an outstanding career as well at the University of Missouri, playing for the Tigers and played in many bowl games. I'd like to extend a welcome now to our own St. Louis own Rolandis Woodland, who now is playing in the Indoor Football League, the IFL, in Casper, Wyoming. Rolandis Woodland.
How you guys doing tonight? I want to come out and congratulate the class of 2014 for their achievements. And, you know, never giving up and having that die-hard spirit. These guys put in a great effort and achieved a big goal. You know, a lot of people heard that, you know, probably heard that they could, a lot of can't do, but if you didn't believe, they wouldn't have it achieved today. So I want to say thank you to these guys and give them a big round of applause.
Thank you, Rolandis, and best wishes to you in the upcoming IFL season. Up next, what has become a tradition as part of our graduation ceremony here is the Mayor Francis Slay Community Service Award. And of course, if any of you all know Demetrius Johnson, that's pretty much his middle name, Community Service. And so now joining us to be part of that and present this year's 2014 Mayor Francis Slay Community Service Award is Chris Bailey. Chris is a member of the Demetrius Johnson Charitable Foundation Board. He's a board member and also attorney at law with Greenfelder Attorneys and Associates. So let's hear it now for Chris Bailey of the Demetrius Johnson Charitable Foundation. Chris.
Thank you. And, you know there's a lot of friends, there's a lot of family members, everybody out there who's proud of the individuals who are seated over here to the right, but more important to me is I hope they're all proud of themselves, because what you've achieved tonight is a significant step, as DJ said, to breaking down some of those obstacles, breaking down some of those hurdles, and making things a little less difficult. So I want to congratulate all of you on that. Thank all of you for the effort, and again, really congratulate you for what you've done. Now, in addition to that, I want to encourage you. You guys are all highly motivated individuals. That's why you're here. That's why you've accomplished what you've done. Continue that motivation. As Ms. Key said, more than half of the people who have graduated from this program who have gone on to further their education, whether it's through trade school, community college, four-year college, whatever it is. You guys are motivated. You guys, I have no doubt, will continue to do that and continue your education and your occupational careers as you move forward. Now, in addition to doing that, part of the reason we're here tonight is about community service. Demetrius Johnson, I've known DJ for over 10 years now, and community service is at the heart of what DJ does. It's at the heart of what this center is all about. We wouldn't have this center and this program but for the community service and the time and the effort that DJ puts into this community. I want to encourage all of you all, when you leave here, to remember that and take that with you, because we are all part of this community, and we all have responsibility to give back to this community to help other people succeed in life as well. But it is my privilege tonight to recognize one individual who was recognized for committing and dedicating his time to making a difference in this community as part of this program. And so it's my privilege to award the Mayor Francis Slay Community Service Award tonight to Jason Kindle. Jason, I want to congratulate you again. I want to congratulate all of you guys on your achievements, and thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Up next, we have the Eddie Mae Benyan Award, and of course, that is Demetrius' mom. And of course, if you've ever heard Demetrius speak or had the pleasure to hear him on the radio on Sunday mornings, he often speaks about the inspiration that his mom provided for him and really set the tone for the person that he is today. So I know this is always a dear and special award to DJ that he presents yearly. And so now here's Demetrius with the Eddie Mae Benyan Award.
Well, this next award is so special to me. And now the mic, we're having some little difficulties with the mic. So folks, don't get too close to it because you can mess yourself up. But this award is named after my mother, Eddie Mae Benyan. And my mother was a true pioneer in the community. You talk about a person who really influenced my life. And you hear they talking about a lady, a woman can't raise a boy to be a man. I'm an example that a woman can do that. My mother was truly a great person. And I miss her. She passed about 4 years ago. And without her, I wouldn't be what I am today. And anybody that received this award is a person who endured, is going through some difficult times, continue to work through it, fall down, get up, and keep it moving. And this person right here, boy, you talking about just really solidifies those whole words. This young man means a lot. And when I give this to a person, it means a lot from my heart. I'd like to recognize Arnold Simmons Jr. and award him the Eddie Mae Benyan Award. And let me just tell you one thing about Arnold. It took him a minute to make it, but he got done. And let me tell you what, he's in AT&T Institute, and he's studying electrical engineering.
All right, thank you, DJ. Thank you, Arnold. Thank you both very much. Yeah, let's hear it again for him. It's outstanding. Congratulations on that too, Arnold. Next, we have some special remarks and special words from Ed Rohde with Rohde Communications, and he'll tell you about what he does and the special remarks that he has for our class of 2014. Ed?
Thank you very much. I want to thank DJ for giving me the privilege to be here with all of you tonight. I'd like to join your family and friends all that are down here and let you know how proud of you we all are and congratulate you on a very special evening. I think what's really special, I think, for all of us is you give us an opportunity to see something that we don't get to see very often, and that's courage, true courage, and you're really an inspiration to all of us, and we're proud of you. And you're going to go on to live great lives, and you've taken the necessary steps to improve the quality of your life, and you're going to go on to be successful, and hopefully, continue to inspire others, and hopefully people coming up behind you will see what you've done, and they'll be able to say, you know what, if so-and-so did it, maybe I can do it. And you're really an inspiration. We're proud of you, and we're confident that you're going to go on and be successful. Congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you, Ed. Now we'd like to honor some of our special students, some of the special awards that we have this year for our class of 2014. And our first award is the Marie Fowler Award, which is presented to the valedictorian of the class. And this year's valedictorian for the class of 2014 is Casey Smith. Casey's not with us today, but we certainly want to acknowledge Casey for her outstanding achievement as valedictorian of the class. And here to give you some background on the award, which is a special award here of the foundation, the Marie Fowler Award, is our own Sonny Metcalf.
It's again indeed an honor to be recognizing people who have made a choice in their lives to move on. I went to Soldan High School, and I was on the 5-year plan, okay? But something to this day, when people ask me, that 5th year was probably the most important year of my life. It made a turning point for me, and I went on. God bless the people that were there for me. Marie Fowler was one of those people that encouraged me. This community center, as you see, stand now, thanks to the City of St. Louis and the Demetrius Charitable Foundation, they're able to carry on Marie Fowler's vision as well as Eddie Mae Benyan, some great ladies that have given their lives to their community. So that's what that award is all about. People giving service, giving back, unrelentlessly, unselfishly, just giving to the community. And the young lady who's going to be receiving that award is not here. So what we're going to do, again, just thank Marie Fowler, thank Eddie Mae Benyan, those who forged the way for us. And this is one of the reasons why you guys can share this stage. I'd like to bring up on the stage now Salutatorian, Lisa Chapman Gibson, for a few words.
Salutatorian. How do you say it? Salutatorian. Okay. So, Ms. Key asked me to speak because our valedictorian is in here, and I wrote this in the back. As much as decisions have to be made, as much as work has to be done, as much as I love my kids and my man, as much as there are ups and downs, I never forgot about myself. And when the time and opportunity arose, Ms. Key was my guide, Ms. Johnson was my foundation, and I was reminded that God is my all. I got my kids here in the front, and my daughter is smart. So I did this for my daughter. She's smart. And I just don't want her to go through life thinking that she has no opportunities, that she can't do what she want to do. And I just love her. I love my son and I love my husband. And thank you, Mr. Johnson, for giving me an opportunity to get my GED. It means so much. Thank you, sir.
All right, congratulations, Lisa. Up next, we have our keynote speaker, and this gentleman has been just a tremendous supporter of the Demetrius Johnson Annie Mae Benyan Charitable Foundation, supporting all of the activities involving the youth here, constantly available to assist DJ in any way to keep the center running and providing all the services that DJ is so happy to provide here in the community. Also, he's involved with the new Youth Media Center that I know Demetrius is really excited about, which is going to give youth in the community the opportunity to learn broadcasting and television and radio. So it is indeed an honor and pleasure to bring to the microphone now the Chief of Staff of Mayor Francis Slay's office, Jeff Rainford.
Good evening. Our paths haven't crossed, and I don't know all of your individual circumstances, but I have never had the kind of obstacles thrown in front of me that you guys have had thrown in front of you. So on behalf of the mayor and the people of the city of St. Louis, I want to start by saying how proud we are of each and every one of you of what you've accomplished. We're talking a lot tonight about overcoming obstacles and perseverance. And, I'm going to get a little fancy here, but at the University of Pennsylvania, they tried to figure out what sets people apart who succeed in life. And the first thing you would think about is high IQ, and that's not what they came up with. What they came up with is a thing that's called grit. And some of us have heard of grit through the movie True Grit, John Wayne was in. But grit really is the ability to face fear and face adversity and look it in the eye and overcome it. And you guys got that in spades. And you should be very, very proud of that. And it's going to serve you well. Not only did it serve you well here with your ability to get your GED, but it's going to serve you well as you go forward. And I hope that it will create the kind of confidence that when you do come across obstacles, and you will, we all do, and you are going to face tough times again, we all do, and you will, that you will know that you can do it because you've already done it. You did it here by getting your GED. And then other lessons that we all can learn along with you is that asking somebody to help, asking for somebody's help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. And it's a step towards getting better and stronger. And so all of us, as we go forward, you included, but all of us, need to always look for the opportunity to give somebody else a hand up. And all of us, going forward, need to be very thankful for the people who gave us a hand up. And there's almost maybe the two best words in the English language, except with your family. The three best words are the family is I love you. But for other people, the two best words are thank you. And so on behalf of you, I want to thank Demetrius and your teachers and your parents and your friends for everything that they've done to help you get to this moment. The other thing that I think that you're always going to have to remember, and that we all should remember, is that we all got our naysayers, okay? We all got people who are going to tell us, you can't do this. And there may even be times when we think to ourselves, I can't do this. That's another reason why what you've done here is so important, is when you get to that point where other people say you can't do that, or where you get to the point where you're not sure you can do it, you know you can do it because you have done it. And you did it here, and it's a confidence that other people won't have, and other people can't because they haven't gone through and did what you have done and accomplished here. And then lastly, I ask you to be your own inspiration. You've seen on TV the stories of people who have overcome crippling injuries to achieve great things. You have overcome hardship, and you have overcome adversity to achieve a great thing. So I expect you, and we all have very high expectations that you'll continue to do it again, but maybe just as importantly, that you will not only be an inspiration for yourself, but you will be inspiration for others, and the lessons that you have learned, you will share with other people. So when somebody tells any of us, somebody tells you that you can't do it, I want all of you to think about them and the people who said that they couldn't do it, and you overcome those obstacles just like they had. And you use them as an inspiration in your own lives as well. And remember, always remember what you've accomplished here, and all of us should remember what they've accomplished here. And so the next time, I grew up in really good circumstances. I have not had the kind of obstacles that you've had to face, but I will run into obstacles, as DJ said, some created by the people who love us, some created by circumstances, and I will be inspired by you, and I will remember what you've accomplished. And the next time I start feeling sorry for myself, I'm going to think about you and thought about what you would have done if you were in the same situation. So you're going to be an inspiration for all of us in this room, and you're going to be an inspiration for me. And I want to congratulate you and tell you one more time on behalf of everybody here, and on behalf of the mayor, and on behalf of the people of the city of St. Louis, we are very, very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you very, very much. We'd like to recognize our tutor and volunteer recipients for their outstanding work tutoring and volunteering. They're not on hand with us today, but we certainly want to recognize Chantrell Carter and Jason Kendall, and of course, as always, Miss Etta Key. So let's hear it for them, those three, for sure, for their outstanding work. And at this time now, we'd like to call DJ back to the podium here, as he has some special recognition awards. DJ?
All right. These awards are to folks who's been involved in our foundation, has done a great job, has been supporting us. And the first one will go to Jeff Rankford. It says, thank you for your commitment in making a difference in the community and the lives of others.
That's really cool. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And the other one is going to my good friend Ed Rody. It says, thank you for making a difference in the lives of others. And this young lady who's been with me for over 20 plus years, man, and she is truly the backbone of what we get done. And Thanksgiving turkey, 2,500 turkeys, she coordinated going into the community Christmas party for 1,000 kids. She is there. I can depend on her 24/7, and she is like my sister, and I love her so much. Rochelle Williams, thank you. Folks, give it up for these folks here. They're great. Thank you.
Okay, now for the moment you've been waiting for, right? So we get those phones, cameras there, get your cameras ready, right? This is the moment, and you've certainly been waiting for, and we certainly want to really pay tribute and honor our class of 2014. So without further ado, I'm going to call Miss Etta Key up again, and I know DJ will join us as we will begin to present the diplomas here.
Okay, Chanel Collins, who's not with us tonight, but I want to recognize all my graduates because they've all worked equally hard. Tasha Dawson. Hold on to her.
Let's know you're ready.
Anita Eddington. Marquise Elliott, who's not with us tonight. And my late arrival, Demetrius Fisher. Hold on to it while
Hold on to it while you take it. Come on back in the school. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Lisa Gibson Chapter. Felicia Johnson. Sherrod Lee. Lamar Morris, who's not with us tonight. Sean Parks, who's not with us tonight. John Richardson. Tara Shannon. Arnold Simmons, Jr. Aisha Smith. Casey Smith, who's not with us tonight. Next is Sweet Tasia Thompson. I did it, y'all. Kurt Torrance, who's not with us tonight. And last but not least, Anitra Trigg.
Congratulations.
Okay, will all of our graduates please stand? Let's give them a round of applause. You all know I'm so proud of you, and feel free to come back if you need help, like Arnold. I love you too. Also, listen, that's Roxy Smith right there. She's one of my former graduates. Also, listen, I want to recognize one of my colleagues that's here, Miss Cynthia Boone. I learned a lot of my teaching skills from the lady right there, Miss Boone. Okay, now you all go ahead and have a seat. I'm proud of you. We're going to bring Demetrius Johnson up for our closing remarks.
Everyone, I am so proud of them, and I know you guys are proud. And thank you for your support, because without your support, they wouldn't be where they are, because it takes a whole lot of people to keep us going. Graduates, families, all our guests, thank you very much for coming tonight, and be safe. And what we're going to need, I'm going to need when all the graduates leave out, I need you to meet me right there so we can take a nice picture. We're going to tweet it on the mayor's side. We're going to put it all over the place. I am so proud of you guys. And I got to say this. I need my two friends who was with me the other day to stand up. My two friends, all right. Let me tell you what just happened with my two friends. All right. Let me tell you what just happened with my two friends. We went down and just got a job. My two friends just got a job, so I'm proud of you. Thank you very much, and please have a safe time and a safe evening. Congratulations to the graduates, and I expect y'all to come back and hang out with me, okay? Thank you very much. Everyone have a good night. I called this gentleman at the last minute, say, man, I'd like you to be our keynote speaker because you got some great words and inspiration that you can give this community and these kids, man, and these families, and you did it, man. I want to say thank you for being my friend, and thank you for everything I ever ask of in the city. This guy, Jeff Rankford, man, he comes through because he really tries to make a difference in the community, man. I appreciate your friendship.
Well, I got to thank you for everything that you're doing, and really thank you for and the people who graduated tonight. Thank them for the opportunity that I got to be here tonight and to take part in it, because here it is Friday and I've gone through a rough week and everything, and I'm like, and then I come here and I'm re-energized, and I really feel like, I got more benefit myself out of it than I gave to it, and so I appreciate it a lot.
Thank you, guys. Mr. Hip Hop even came down today. This is a great event. We'll see you next time.